Welcome back. Alright, what were I doing? Oh yeah, trying to get a new science weapon on Skilla. What about our engineer? She wanted to talk, I think? Ah, what is she?
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother at the bar. I did have fun, and I tried some things I never would have otherwise. Though, that whiskey did give my head aching something fierce. Feels like a primal's chewing on my skull.
Did you talk to Junlei?
I messaged Junlei when we got back, and she replied super quick. Okay. I was awake half the night, thinking about what I sent, anxious to see what you said. I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I sent it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the courage. Also, sorry for the typos.
Okay, not bad so far.
I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone who's become special to me. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me, there won't be any surprises.
What? So Junlei does like you, and she said it was it in the most awkward way possible.
Oh, isn't she sweet? Like one of those two-bit romances where one soul's all stiff and formal and I should be glad to perhaps take hold of your hand, miss. I ought to go write her back. I mean, I already did. Twice. But anyhow, thanks for taking me out, Captain.
Isn't that sweet? I don't trust these. There we go, there is a new message. Or one that we haven't checked. To Bedford? So he's been sending messages to Bedford. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. I had a few too many and I've might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Willis is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Last Hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. Alright, let's go to Skilla. Across the solar system.
Destination reached.
Just for a weapon. Wait. Actually, we need to talk to the new crew members. There's probably a lot of backstory to be had.
Something on your mind?
She kind of reminds me like a first woman pilot to attempt to cross the whole globe. What was her name? Earhart? Emily Earhart, I think. But she died trying because of miscommunications. If we were going to work together, I'd like to know more about you.
I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and
Spacer's
I've got a
Corona?
meaner right hook.
What's a zero-G cocktail?
It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not.
So you never know what you're getting.
Exactly. That's what makes them fun.
Inventive, I like it.
I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do.
Do you have much experience contracting out with other captains?
Sure do. Some of it was even legal.
You weren't joking about being a pirate.
What gave it away? It's the hair, right? Or maybe the ammo belt? I had it custom made.
Wait, you want to look like a pirate?
Gotta advertise your business somehow. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way.
That's not how piracy functions. That sounds reasonable.
Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long.
I was hoping to know something more personal about you.
Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it.
Where are you from? How did you get into this line of work?
Aw, come on. That stuff's boring.
You are deflecting.
Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance.
Well, alright.
No complaints here.
Good to see you, boss.
So do you end up on the Groundbreaker?
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bays.
And then you were raised by a pack of sprats, right?
That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there, watching ships roll in and take off. Always wondered when my ship would come. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means I was invisible. Life carried on for everybody else, but not for me. I had to make my own way.
I have a hard time believing you were invisible to anybody.
Yeah, because I got sick of being ignored. Got sick of being a nobody. So yeah, I made some noise. Got in a couple scraps. Nobody else in the Groundbreaker is going to look after you. So you had to look after yourself. Learned that real quick.
That's how it is in the colony. Nobody gives a damn about you.
That's exactly what I've been saying. The system doesn't care about the individual. We're only as valuable as our jobs. Hauling boxes was about the only work I could find. Hated every second of it. Foreman and I never got on.
Felix, you can't just attack your own foreman.
Yeah, I hear you, boss. It sounds like I was out of line, right? Swinging on my own foreman like that. But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with a tossball stick, that felt good. That felt real good. You ought to try it.
No. You couldn't have been more diplomatic about it?
Yeah, I mean, in theory. But I wouldn't have felt half as good. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me up, I'd still be back at the docks, waiting for the day my ship arrives.
I'm glad you're not wasting your time hauling boxes.
Yeah. I guess my ship did arrive in the end. I've got you to thank for that. Thanks for listening, boss. Let's get going.
So we got useless stowaway and a pirate lady now on top of priest. The only useful person really is the Parvati because she's actual engineer.
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
Whatever you want. Let's try getting Felix, I guess. Will he have? Yeah, he has a raised level. Persuasion. And his special ability is dropkick. Push back the target a short distance, reduce offense and defense skills. And target takes increased physical damage. Concuss, reduce all attributes and slows weapon attack rate. It sounds so similar to like every other ability. Ooh. Looks like a virus.
Board had an asteroid here. What happened to it?
Can't walk 5 meters without stubbing your toe in a loose rock here.
You want to say that this has atmosphere? I guess there's some kind of field. Yeah, okay. Argos traffic systems. Insert captain's identification cartridge to initiate remote landing. What? But we're already here. I miss my smart sniper. Level 13. Carbine. our guy has grenade launcher and tossball stick, which is not bad actually. Alright. Seems like he's pretty much set. Right, using an ability, but they don't respond.
That was fun. Get! Out of my way!
Didn't even react. Okay.
Looks like some sort of habitation.
Looks abandoned, but looks can be deceiving.
But how's that abandoned? Come on.
Score one for Felix!
Sometimes violence is the only way!
But he didn't have that.
It's working, boss! Help Max! You're right! Cold house done!
It's down. Oh, shit. Hmm. Gadget slot. That's a huge spread. Ooh, okay. Level 19. Jeez. I think I'll upgrade it and then give it to one of our guys. So, also Felix, do they have preference for weapons at all? This guy has Sneak, Persuade, and Lockpick. I don't know. I feel like it would be nicer if you could use these characters, like open doors. If you had like a nice sneak-based character, like a rogue type, and then you can use medic to actually boost your healing. How does healing skill works exactly? Third drug mixing slot, which is not super great. Heal amount granted by the medical inhaler, plus 50%. Duration from item slotted, okay. So it's actually not 25% health, it's now like plus half of 25%. Which is 12.5 plus 25, 37.5. Why is it so expensive? Super Scoper 2000 X 6x zoom. For this much? Just to have a scope? I don't know. Seems like a lot. Ooh, Mandibular Rearranger. That's a melee, I think. Yeah, not much of damage. This weapon was created by an unknown and possibly quite deranged scientist. Exactly how it works and why is a mystery, and it has never been duplicated. Great. Don't even know its effects. Preliminary survey result. All messages sent and received by this terminal are property of Hephaestus Mining Corporation. Personal messages may be sent with the supervisor's approval. Cost of personal messages will be deducted from employee salary. Please select the message you wish to view. From Thackeray B, site supervisor, to Evers L, remote extraction. Subject Skila preliminary survey results. We've completed our initial survey, and I have to admit that your hunch was right. I owe you lunch next time on Terra 1. We barely started our survey before we uncovered a mineral vein with high densities of yttrium and scandium. Are those real? There is a limit to how much my team can extract in these pressure suits. Get us a terraformer and some prospecting mechanicals, and this little venture of yours is going to make us all rich. Hope the weather on Terra 1 isn't getting you down. I hear your permanent facility on Hephaestus is almost ready for habitation. Thackeray. Status report, day 127. Thanks for rushing us that replacement part, Linda. My team got the former repaired and it's busy churning out O2 again. Did you have to send one loaded with the seed stock? Damn grasses are triggering my allergies. Survey efforts continue. That initial vein ran dry quicker than we hoped, but we are getting promising results from other locations. Density of scandium lower than the first time, but yttrium still at respectable levels. We had a board team out here last week scanning for signals from the Hope. We could all guess that the results from how unhappy they looked. It's been 3 years since the board classified the ship as missing. You'd think we'd be over it by now. From Thackeray to Evers, monthly status report. Congratulations to your promotion. Youngest full VP in company history. Just promise me you won't promote that drill bit Needham to replace you. Bad news, Lynn. All the samples have run dry. The mechanicals are bringing back good samples from beyond the retention field. I'll be sending you a requisition for a hauler to relocate the terraformer closer to the new sites. My team heard that you arranged for some circus time traveling show to stop at our base. It was a big boost to morale. We can't wait for some entertainment out here. Zachary. Denial of site relocation. From Needham as remote extraction to Thackeray B, site supervisor. Relocation. Thackeray. Your request for some site relocation on that useless rock is denied. You've had over a year to generate a profit. If you haven't done it by now, it's not going to happen. And Evers is too busy to hide your incompetence. I don't want to hear any of your absurd excuses either. The terraformer failure was bad enough, but this drivel about primals running loose and damaging your equipment is the limit. The utter limit. Do you hear? Operations at your site are terminated, effective immediately. You've got a new site in mind for you, one of the rocks orbiting Hephaestus. Temps are a cool 170 Celsius. You'll love it, Needham. Happy birthday, Julia. A visiting board team reminded me of the date. We should be celebrating your 42nd birthday today. I'd try and tell you and get you drunk with the latest Rizzo's concoction. You turn up your nose and say it was nowhere near as good as an earth wine. I don't know where you are, Big Sis. it's been 13 years since you entered hibernation, since the Hope started this journey. I don't know what happened, but why you never got here. If architect is kind, you didn't suffer. I think about you all the time. Every time one of the big interstellar conveyors blazes past, I look up and hope. Hope. Whoever named that damn ship should take a walk in the ether. I am so sorry. I never should have convinced you to sign the indenture contract and join me on Halcyon. I'll never stop thinking about you, Julius. Jules, please forgive me. Reminder, ask about Sublight. Ask Linda for info on the Sublight company that Friar Captain claimed to work for them. Very strange ship, no corporate branding or colors. The captain didn't wear an approved uniform. Dealing with him left me feeling out of sorts. Had some interesting items for sale though. Can't shake the feeling that they fell off the back of a conveyor. That captain sold Harris something called Rearranger, then left before we discovered that damn thing doesn't work. Only thing it rearranges is the number of bits on Harris's card. Looks like some strange tech. Maybe a scientist can make something out of it. Okay, we read that one, but in a different terminal. It rearranges bits. The number of bits on Harris's card. We'll take my money. I have 8,000. So we'll just swap the numbers, the digits. 8,000 is the best arrangement, actually. Right now. I need to get to, like, I don't know. Well, I don't know how it works. If it works this way, then it's kind of a thing you can easily abuse. You get to, like, 10,000? 10,009? Or better, even 10,999? 999, and then whack people? But now it's... Wait, what? 8,111? Was something else? No? What do you mean sealed? Sealed. Is there no way to get in? I guess it could be for some other quest. This bonus for science weapon extra ammo in a clip does not actually work for melee weapons. What the? I have extra 6. Why do I have extra 6 credits? Extra 5. I didn't pick up anything, did I? Weird. Okay, wait. What are we doing next? There's still acquire the science weapon on the Groundbreaker. Another of Hawthorne's logs mentioned looking in Gladiator's shop for old records. Apparently the smuggler acquired. Yeah, but already did that. Several leads that way.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
No, they could be useful because they are from the station. Wait, it just shows where the weapon is. What the? But how do I get there?
Gracious. I was just sitting down for tea.
Who told me you have this official board seal? Can I buy it from you?
Depends. What are you planning to do with it?
Forge papers to go to Byzantium, obviously.
See the lights. Taking a show or two at the infamous Bijou. Could be a treat if you like that kind of thing. All right, I'll sell it to you. But it's gonna cost you dear.
I'm sure I have enough.
Well, ain't that peachy? You enjoy that stamp, you understand? And don't you dare use it responsibly. Anything else? Anytime, sweetheart.
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna be useful at all, because I don't want to actually set up or scientist or anything like that. But it's nice to have this. How do I get there? Why is it there? How do I know that there is a weapon there?
This is Halcyon Dune.
Taste the rainbow.
Bored. I guess we'll find it later in some other quest. Apart from Roseway, I guess it's not here. Captain Iron, what? Wanda Dorset? What is this? Waiting for shipment of medical autochemic. Oh, I had another thing for it. Aha. We haven't talked to Sublight Corp.
CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, this is the only one.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable?
That's right, name's Captain Hawthorne.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Hey, Doc Fenhill. Glad to see you ain't moved on from Groundbreaker yet.
Hey, Tobias. How's the leg?
Good as you left it, ma'am. Still bends and everything.
What happened to your leg?
A bullet went through it, most of the way. The other guy thought his ship was perfectly operational. I told him it was salvage. We disagreed. I won.
Workplace hazards, Captain. Pretty routine around here.
So you're a sublight employee?
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
What is this for? Calling elevator? How do you... How can you end up here? Without elevator up.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
I'm Captain Hawthorne, the proud owner of the Unreliable. Why is it not a lie anymore? Not now, like when I was lying so much, it's like it's not
A
even
little
a check.
advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Don't let Ada hear you calling her ship names.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Wouldn't be much fun without one.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
I don't have enough key, but can I still take the job?
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
Well, I need bits to get it. I take it Sublight isn't strictly a salvage operation.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
What kinds of other sectors did Sublight pursue other than salvage and shipping?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities.
So you are a company of bureaucratic pirates.
Your words, not mine.
You're very honest about Sublight's criminal side.
Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble.
Well,
Sublight occupies
telling
a
it
legal blind spot.
myself.
No one
like,
knows what we're licensed to
very
do, and that gives
subtle.
our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate.
How organized is this business?
Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Ask. I have nothing to hide. Be seeing you.
Alright. Can I check your terminal? I have 500 credits now. After that purchase, ooh. Need money. Is there anything else? Guess we could go back to Skila. I missed a thing there.
Destination reached. Scylla.
An alley sting, handguns, and blades. Wait, it must be melee and oh okay, so they must have melee. Plus 20% heal amount granted by a medical inhaler. That's actually a lot. Quick draw. Deals damage over time and reduces body attributes, does not apply to auto mechanicals. Disarm and removes an enemy's held weapon for 15 seconds, does not apply to special enemies such as those with attached weapons. Why not like extra healing or some stuff like over a shield? She's supposed to be a medic. And her thing is just again offensive and seems to be very much the same. Some like weakness, concussion, like does it really matter all that much? Okay, 514.
What? Think I heard?
Fuck. Same credits.
Been practicing this.
May the law have mercy on you. I won't.
So they have like a weapon tied to that ability. They're not using the weapon that I give them for the ability. Pretty lame. Hence focus. Did I get credits? I don't know, man. It seemed to stun one guy.
Understood. I'll keep my head down. Good hit! They were destined to die!
It hurts.
Nice one.
Hmm.
Everyone all right?
So I think it builds up for 3 things, and then they're getting like stunned completely, paralyzed. So I don't know why it didn't work for the other people.
Hard to imagine leaving something as expensive as a terraformer lying around.
You can only move forwards or backwards as a society. And I, for one, fully support our progressive efforts.
This is so much better. Guys! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not now. Can you fight against each other, please? Oh my god. Where are my people? There we go. Butterstorch.
Here we go! Anyone else?
Jesus. Is this gun good? I don't know. Sure and straight barrel. Spread and sway. Reduce recoil and aim sway. Dead Eye Assault Rifle? It looks like sniper rifle. Hammersmith originally tried to sell this gun with the slogan Sniper's Choice, but they were sued by a company that they are legally not allowed to identify. My revolver deals more damage than the sniper. and you can have one modification. Hey. Actually, maybe I should check this more closely. So what does it do? Grows grass, so oxygen is generated. Nope, it doesn't seem like there's anything else. Jesus.
Watch a pro at work. How about that?
That's the last of him.
Alright, new stuff. Alright, now I can focus on science. Or persuasion. Let's start with science. What? Ah, one missing, Jesus. So annoying. Reduce the penalties to accuracy when moving. I don't care about that. Gain some tactical time dilation meter when you kill an enemy. Increases damage dealt by science weapons. Plus 50%. Ooh. Yeah, but right now, science weapons are not super great. They are pretty rare though, and I like it. While using tactical time when increase your movement and action speed when Tactical time dilation is active. While using tactical time dilation, you deal increased weak spot damage. Increase the range at which all interactable objects around you highlight without requiring you to look directly at them. Okay, so that's like that mod, but active all the time. You have a way of convincing vendors to pay you more beats than they should. I gotta get that first. Quiet weapons deal more damage. A weapon is considered quiet if its noise range is 2.5 meters or less. As if it tells me at any point its noise range. What are you talking about? When you critically hit a target, you have a chance of immediately resetting the cooldown of companion ability. Using a companion ability has a chance to reset your companion's ability cooldown. What? the other companion ability cooldown, okay. A Rolling Thunder. Killing an enemy reduces the remaining cooldown time of companion abilities. Harvester. Restore some health whenever you kill an enemy. Significantly reduces the weight of consumables. Pack of pack mules. Increase the carrying capacity bonus from your companions. 40 kilos from companions. Alright. Soliloquy. What the hell is this word? Bonus to dialogue skills when you have no companions in your party. What?
Soliloquy.
Soliloquy. An act of speaking one's thoughts aloud when by oneself or regardless of any hearers, especially by a character in a play. Soliloquy. Part of a play involving soliloquy. Okay. Great explanation too. And the last one, Lone Master. While having no companions in the party, but still having some back on the ship, gain a bonus to all skills. Double the bonus if no companions have been recruited. 10 to all skills. That's a weird one. So the game basically encourages you with this perk to not ever recruit companions. Like, what are they going to do? What are they going to add? If they're just going to stay on the ship? Like, you're not getting any more powerful if they stay on the ship. Are their quests give so much more XP that it justifies it? I don't know. Alright, well, I think vendor price makes sense early. And then I'll get the science weapon damage. Just 50%.
Multiple fractures, lacerations, and untreated burns detected. Signs indicative of sudden, violent crash landing.
Yep, that's me. No big deal. Just shrugging off my injuries as I stroll away from another flaming impact crater.
Also detecting constipation, hair loss, reduced fertility due to tight trousers. Recommend stimulant injection.
Hair loss? You take that back. Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello, Ellie. What a pleasure it is to see your sparkling beauty in this barren waste.
It's Dr. Fenhill.
Do you two know each other?
I certainly know his ex-crew. Mostly from the operating table. I've probably seen more of them than he has.
How cruel you are. I distinctly remember a special party at the Lost Hope Bar on Groundbreaker where
We did not.
Oh, fine. But we almost...
Keep going, and you're gonna see how good this automech is at picking up teeth.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
Captain Irian, I take it?
The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she?
No, I don't know anyone.
I wager she told you to say that,
Wanda?
the sly old bird. I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense.
Any idea what those pirates were after?
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
So he just ignored my lie and thinks I'm one to send me anyway? What will you do now?
Well, I've got some repairs to do. Thankfully, I'm as skilled a mechanic as I am a violence resolution expert. Then, to the Groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late. Then you might consider defaulting and skipping station. Those fees will bankrupt you.
It's kind of an archetype, like the Zap Brannigan from Futurama kind of guy, I guess. Outlaw sniper. Didn't have any sniper rifle on him. Sadly. I need to focus on like any type of elemental damage, because that's what I'm getting from science. I don't really get anything from physical. So this sniper rifle needs an upgrade. Or yeah, maybe I shouldn't have bought flamethrower. Test it out. It's good on flash, not on robots. Still did the job. $50 magazine. It ate through that magazine super fast. Ooh, Iron's flintlock. Man, this handgun, it just has so much damage. Yeah, let's go with sharp. More weapon range, effective range. It's gonna become 100. What's effective range right now? This is confusing. I guess it's 100 minus 36. I don't know. I think I'll just keep it. I guess we could do relay before we come back.
The station's in better shape than I expected it to be.
Perfect spot for some peace and quiet.
Which one? This one? Lines. Well. Didn't like it.
My kind of action.
Ray's journal. I have to start a new journal. I cannot read my previous entries without the whispers tempting me. The whispers do not stop. Every person I see, the whispers tell me to help them. They show the pain and longing hiding in their eyes. They tell me how these people need the gifts I can give. All it would take is a few moments with a blade, a bright fountain of crimson to delight the eyes, and all of their pain would be gone. I could do it. I know how to help them, and it's harder and harder to stop myself. I saw a friend today, an old friend from school who's not a doctor for Auntie Cleo. I told him about my dreams, now a doctor. Nothing outright. Oh no, I'm not so foolish as that. I told him that it was an old book I'd found and described my dreams and whispers as happening to a character in the book. I asked him how he'd help this character. He looked at me and he knew. The whispers told me to end his pain, that he'd tell. I got and left quickly. I did not hurt him. I have to leave Byzantium. He will tell. They'll come for me and lock me away. I must find a secret place. A place I can be alone, a place with no whispers. Garbage. What a garbage and waste of time. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't read everything. So it's pretty generic video game drivel. Okay. Didn't do anything.
The strong survive and the weak perish.
Somehow, this sniper rifle is just better than this acid pistol that is supposed to have like so much more DPS. Oh, fuck you, phrase journal. God damn it. Yeah, you made me not want to read anything here in this game. Yeah, like, what the fuck? So much worse. You can't trust these numbers.
What happened here?
118 hacking or relay control terminal passcode. Okay. This is the beginning.
Fingers, Captain.
Hostility level kill on site. Hostility override for owners active. List of valid owners Alexander Frey. Wait, there is. Silencer. Ooh, top head. The hell? Like electric razor. Wait, what? Oh. You can't swap if you have it in your hands? Guess that's it. Should probably keep some consumables in. You can combine it and have even more max health, maybe. Yeah, but I think this is better. And the condition is falling down so fast on this one too, because it shoots 6 ammo every time. I don't like this one. Maybe I should switch.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Rizzo's purple berry fudge. CNPI faculty.
This is how.
Jesus.
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly.
Here's your data backup.
Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
You better. Alright, that's pretty good.
Felix Millstone. Nice to see you out of docking bay. Keeping your nose clean?
Yes, ma'am. Been at least a couple weeks since my last nose-related incident.
Uh-huh. I'm glad to see you in a captain's custody. Just try not to steal any critical parts from my ship.
I sense some history out here.
It's possible I got caught lifting some spare parts a couple years back, but it was only just that one time. Honest.
I'd tell you to stay out of trouble, but I know you'll find it anyway. Whatever you do, just make sure I don't find out.
Hey, look who it is. What'll it be?
63% discount, nice. I don't think I need this. Maybe I could give one of these to my guys. Alright, we got the 4,000. 6,000 to go.
CMP chicken and potatoes. At CMP, we know our
Can I get a discount though?
If you're here for this week's magazine club meeting. Yes, dearie? Take that darling ship of yours down to Roseway, where that shouldn't be. Anytime.
Wait, but what was the other thing?
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay. I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself.
So she was the doctor, but
It'd be nice
they
to have
didn't
you in
let
here
her
patching
in.
people up, not just blowing them apart. I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me. Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Well, how about you pay me? Come on, where is the payment? Can't you just do it in one go? It's like one... Okay, 105... 1,500 and some chemicals.
Rizzo's not
Shows me 1 XP, then the other XP, and then the payment. Couldn't do it in one go. Alright, next. Still not sure what to do with that weapon and how to find it. I could see it. Stress call from Rosemary. Let's focus on companions, why not? Find an acid steeper. Found a non-operational station unreliable. If you can get it running again, it will prove useful. You found entries and Hathorne's terminal in Captain's quarters regarding his attempts to turn and replace. It's steeper, but it never picked up the part from Roseway. Track down Reginald Cheney on Monarch. I guess we're going to Rose, main. I've heard they, in Canada, discovered a way of curing cancer, at least in laboratory condition, by developing a virus that switches the cancer cells and makes them look like parts of pig organs, which kind of reminded me this game, pigs with their tumors, and so the immune system attacks those because it now sees it as someone else's parts and not its own. Why do I need to talk to A?
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to continue our conversation from before.
Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated.
Discombobulated.
Was there another
This world
topic
will
on your
never
mind?
be the same for me. We don't need to discuss Alex directly, but I was wondering how he improved your design.
Captain Hawthorne attached 98.4% of the ship's processes to my computer, thereby giving me near total control. I have been programmed to deftly calculate navigation vectors through asteroid fields while also operating our ship's toasters. Alex also taught me the concept of a personality. He was quite delighted when I crafted one in order to better engage with him. It was basic in the beginning.
You call this a personality?
There is no need to be rude, Captain. I am still growing.
Where did you come from originally?
The information in my memory banks says I am an autonomous digital astrogator, created by, redacted, on the date of, redacted, for the express purpose of, redacted. I have not yet decided if I should attempt to uncover the missing information regarding my birth. I asked once. Alex did not build me, and would not say who did. Welcome back. How?
I picked up the distress call. Can you play it back for me?
Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. May luck be with you.
There's a flintlock, but I need it to be... Okay, I can't modify it. Sucks. I guess we could give it a spin. Looks cool. Wait, oh, shit. Oh, it's on Terra.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Can we talk? This Roseway business smells. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress call. And whoever or whatever got him will be waiting for us.
Do we know anything about who sent the call?
What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate shit. Tough luck for them, but maybe an opportunity for us.
Why wouldn't they just call for corporate reinforcements?
With a lot of these companies, the thrashing you take from your boss is worse than whatever a bunch of marauders will do to you. Doesn't exactly encourage calling for aid when there's a fuck-up.
Could be a trap.
I'm counting on it. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there, see if we can get the jump on whoever's waiting for us.
What was the point of this conversation?
No security. Not that I'm complaining.
Maybe I need to unlock the remote landing this way, but so far it's always been like the other way around. I get the key and then land. Weird. Don't need money. So we might get more money by having more lockpicks.
Other than humans, would be so wasteful.
Raptidon.
They're in my sights!
A fine hit, Captain!
Nailed him, Captain!
That's the level.
Clear the roadway. Obstruction of commerce is punishable by a fine of no less than 10,000 bits.
Can we help this bot? No.
Warning. Pathing obstruction.
Jeez, that's a huge seed. Another journal. Whatever.
I smite you in the name of the law.
That will get so tiresome over time. Like every time they're going to go like in their dramatic pose, I want to use an ability. Like what the fuck? Is there a setting that turns it off? I feel like it's kind of a thing that you could do, maybe assigning it a random chance of like 10% that they'll do the pose. Precision Spectrum, Engineering +5. That's bad. This helmet that gives tech skills +5. What's the point of that? The game design leaves a lot of questions. Oh boy. I can't see anything, what the hell? What is this?
I done had enough of this shit. I'm just the fucking tarmac guard. No one said nothing about fighting no raps.
Guess this answers your question as to where tarmac security is, Ellie.
Somehow, I'm not reassured, Captain.
Yeah, you and me both, ma'am.
What happened here?
Alarms went off, raps broke loose, and I hightailed it in here to get a wall between me and them beasts.
Can you tell me who's in charge?
Scientist, name of Anton Crane. Someone said he's panicking inside the comm center.
You said the raps broke loose. Did you have them caged up?
Forget I said anything about that.
Well, what can you tell me about them?
Wish they tasted like Sissy Pig. Them's good eating.
What do they taste like?
Some say chicken. I say the north end of a southbound woolly cow. Anything else you'd like to know?
Did you send a distress call?
Distress call? From here? Shit. They told me that weren't allowed.
What? Why not?
Got me. I just do what I'm told, and I was told not to do such.
I'm just going to take a look around.
Oh, before I forget. Auntie Cleo's makes the best pharmaceuticals in Halcyon. Better than nature. Not like that crap Spacer's Choice pedals.
Not a very catchy catchphrase. So it's Auntie Cleo's people. They're pharmaceuticals? Okay, I think the night lights went on, but not immediately. It became very dark before that. Chicken. Is there an option to talk to chickens? But nothing happens.
You picked a hell of a day to visit. I'm Vaughn. Vaughn Cortez. Dr. Vaughn Cortez. But just Vaughn's fine, really.
Where were you when the outlaws attacked?
Over in the main labs. I rabbited back here when I realized I was hearing gunshots, not blown fuses. We've been cooped up in here, I don't know, hours? Too long. I have to get back to work.
You look nervous.
What? I mean, we're surrounded by hungry raptidons. Who wouldn't be? Am I right? Look, I don't want to go back out there, but there's a thing I gotta do. I had to leave an experiment running at the lab. Something I've been working on a long while. Something that could really get me ahead. Know what I mean?
Not until you explain details, please.
I've been extracting organic compounds from raptidons. Compounds that have, benefits.
Benefits?
In certain social situations. Personal situations. Where you might want to, enhance your charisma.
Oh, he's making enraptured, Captain. An aphrodisiac. Wrapped musk is the main ingredient.
What? No? I mean, yes, I'm getting the musk. With Monarch embargo, the price is sky high, but I'm not making the drug.
Or is that such a problem? It's an aphrodisiac? How does it work?
The results are outside the margin of error. Technically.
They're like, ew. It's sexual. Whoa. Gross. Do developers have a problem with like romance? Is that the thing? Cause I don't know. In Fallout 2, I mean Fallout New Vegas, I don't think there was any romance, and in this game I don't think there is any romance too, except for other characters that is almost purely platonic so far. Yeah, I really don't want to know anymore. Cut to the chase.
Sure. Of course. Our lab south
was
of here
the
down the
only
road.
option.
Not the old public lab, the one past that, built into the mountainside.
Second lab down the road, and when I get there...
My equipment's in the lower levels, way in the back. I have a big room all to myself, dissection tables and whatnot. It should have been running this whole time. Just grab the results and bring them here.
Alright, so this stuff is valuable?
If you have a buyer. I got a contact who wants to haul the entire batch to Byzantium. Help me out, I'll cut you in for a share. I'll even pay you before I am, when you deliver to me.
Alright, I'll head up for there and keep an eye out.
Great! This is really gonna save my ass.
Handguns +5.
Hoping to score some free samples?
You're underestimating the importance of the 8th back.
Blankenship, she's okay. But Lunsford has the highest rate of foot goals per game.
But if you cross-reference with the skills of the opposing team, his hand goal rate plummets.
What?
Lunsford plays worse against better teams. Blankenship plays better.
Move along.
Carry on.
You have names. Anton Kikor. But still, open it. All personnel, please report to assigned workstation. Report suspicious activity to the nearest site safety engineer. Tired of beachy acid burns? Try Anti-Cleo's artisanal burst scented moisturizing cream. Gee, okay, another journal. Do I really want to read this? What's locked behind a door? Might be important. Plasma launcher, heavy weapons. Josh? Facing an ugly mob, hold your head high as the Josh plasma launcher lobs its plasma balls high. Those mobs will disperse faster than you can say designated curfew. Try the new overcharge feature too. 480 damage. Can I just give it to my guys instead? Well, I want to try it first. Jesus. It's like a grenade launcher. I feel quite alone. Jameson's the only one here worth anything at all, but even he bristles at my direction. This is quite likely a natural reaction to my pushing him so relentlessly, but if he ever hopes to reach Byzantium, he needs someone applying the correct amount of pressure. I hope he'll come to see the truth, but should that prove impossible, I can at least ensure his work doesn't damage my chances. I shall be keeping an eye on his reports to see if they too warrant revision. I can't abide any more demerits against this. Heard Jameson talking to Vaughn today. He was railing against me, claiming I'm using him and everyone here for my own ends. I'd expect vitriol from that lazy sod Vaughn, but Jameson? How can he not see that I have only his best interests at heart? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised my unrelenting drive has always set others against me. With our latest breakthrough, I believe Byzantium is finally within my grasp. My next promotion will deliver me, I'm certain, so long as they don't see through my attempts to cover for the rest of these fools. I can't quite shake this unease I seem to be gripped by. This makes no sense. While I have yet to get Trammell to commit to a specific date, he assures me Byzantium could be a mere few weeks away. So why this encroaching feeling of emptiness? Must be a case of nerves. I know I'll be accepted and, dare I say, possibly even revered when I finally arrive. Okay. This was... whose journal was it? Anton?
I got 500 bits on the Darlings taking the finals this year.
The stats are better on the spacers chosen.
Living in there would rank only slightly better than prison.
We are experiencing a security event, sir and/or madam. Please vacate the premises immediately and return to your domicile or designated workplace.
I have a better idea. I'll stay right here and you'll answer my questions. Think you can do that?
Maybe. I don't know. All right. I'm new to this job.
What do you do around here?
I am not allowed to disclose the details of my contract. If you are unhappy with the quality of my work, please submit a complaint to Auntie Cleo's Department of Employee Conduct. Please remember that Auntie Cleo Pharmaceuticals is not responsible for any loss of life or grievous physical injury sustained while on company premises.
This place looks a mess. What happened?
I have strict orders not to talk about anything that happens in a classified area.
You said this place was a classified area?
Roseway Lab is a highly classified facility. I am not allowed to confirm or deny its alleged existence.
Never mind, I'm going to take a look around.
If you've come to end my life, let's be on with it. Oh, not actually one of them, are you?
Why? You must be Anton Crane.
I must apologize if my call diverted you. I may have panicked. Everything's under control now, though, truth be told.
Under control? Not from where I'm standing. What are you hiding?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the nature of the work I'm doing here. Suffice it to say that its importance to me, to the colony, is immeasurable.
To you or the colony, which is it?
Those need not be mutually exclusive. My work would benefit everyone, and not just within our colony.
If you say so, would you like to tell me what's happening here?
Hours ago, a group of vicious malcontents fell upon us, shot up our labs and loosed our research subjects, the Raptidons. If those cretins get their hands on my research, well, they'll need not kill me.
If you tell me what you're researching, I'd have a better idea what's at stake here.
You have a point there. It most decidedly cannot make the situation any worse. All right. We were tasked with formulating a new and improved dental gel.
Wait, is it all about toothpaste?
One cannot exaggerate the benefits of good dental hygiene. May I continue?
Please do.
While doing research on enzymes specific to the Raptidon's digestive system, we developed an additive which we subsequently discovered to be the most effective appetite suppressant ever.
You can couch to it however you like. It's still just a toothpaste. A diet toothpaste. What? Why is that the only option to continue? Like the other one is just like a cut to the chase.
Not just any diet toothpaste, the ultimate diet toothpaste.
So I can dissuade him for some reason. I don't care. I could retrieve it. Say no more. I'll remove the credence and retrieve your research. Want me to deal with the Raptidons too?
Yes, but don't kill their mother if it's avoidable. We've need of her to replenish our stocks. I think there's gas in the lab somewhere that can be used to put them out. The research is in the safe in my office. You'll have need of my code and keycard. The lab's entrance is in the side of a hill. You can't miss it if you just follow the road. You'll pass by the town's original... by the Grand Architect. Jameson. He's in the old lab.
Who's Jameson?
My protege. I sent him to retrieve some metabolic precursors, and I forgot him.
Sounds like it was a chaos. You should give yourself a break.
You don't understand. He was my responsibility. All of the people stationed here are, regardless of their thinking on the matter. If he has died, too many have been lost. Too many black marks against my name. And far too much paperwork.
And all you care about is how it affects you.
I'll thank you not to mistake my ambition for callousness.
And what should I mistake it for? Compassion?
If my colleagues refuse to take their lives seriously, why should I? All they do is complain. They refuse to see the opportunity afforded us here.
You can see why people might think you're callous, though, can't you?
I understand I can come off as manipulative and ego-driven. It's something I've always been forced to contend with.
I guess I'll just have to take your word for it.
And my colleague, Jameson, will you find him for me?
Of course. Anton Orson? What is this about?
Ah, outlaws, I assume. Do me a favor and let me finish this, will you? And then make it quick, please.
I'm not here to kill you.
Oh, you aren't with the outlaws? Who are you then?
I heard there was a bit of trouble here, and I thought I'd check it out.
Oh, well, good luck. Now, if we got the carbon in here, it's just a matter of... Orson, you idiot. Just put it... of course, because I didn't... No, it's get this. It's got to put it in the power of 12. And of course, that's we're gonna get this solved. I mean, it's...
This is the log one.
I'm going to...
Who are you anyway?
I am Orson Shaw, Chief Behavioral Scientist. I was brought in to study the Raptidons. I was to ensure that, should a problem arise, our team is adequately equipped to deal with them.
What did you learn?
They are insatiably hungry, absolutely impossible to control in any fashion, and indeed appear to be powered entirely by hate. No amount of studying will enable us to control them, or even slightly sate their aggression.
That's not realistic. So your research amounted to nothing?
Not quite. We are now acutely aware of their weaknesses. Bullets through the head.
All your research amounted to shooting them in the head?
Now, that may seem like an obvious conclusion, but believe it or not, some creatures' brains are not in their heads.
Isn't that the truth?
Now, if we got the carbon in here, it's just a matter of...
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? I'm preparing a personal defense device. Or trying to, anyway.
If you run a wire from your capacitator here, there, you can bypass that circuit and save a little power.
Why, yes. I suppose I could. Thanks.
That looks pretty lethal. Are you allowed to mess with tech like that?
Certainly not. But Porter and his goons are busy with the outlaws, and Anton's busy holding his head in his hands. Seems as good a time as any to get a bit of work done.
Need a hand?
No. Well, yes. Well, no. Perhaps. I left schematics in our storage facility. As far as I know, the security commander hasn't found them yet. I admit I'd feel better were they returned to me.
Care to elaborate?
I found an advanced pistol when we moved here, but it's broken. I need those schematics to modify it to output superheated air. It should quite easily burn through Raptidon hides.
Some kind of science weapon, perhaps? Where is this storage facility?
Out the south gate. Follow the road. It'll be on the left, past the old lab.
Sure, I'll see what I can find.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have a tube of thermal paste on you, would you?
No.
Blast. Well, good luck. I hope I see you back here in one piece.
I'll keep it down.
29 armor. Holy. Now her face will be covered forever. Unless it's dialogue time. Great job.
The ventilation shaft runs from the bottom of the lab to the top of the hill.
What a delightfully dingy establishment.
Probably too close.
I don't think you're supposed to be wandering around.
That's almost the
Security's
same face.
gonna tell you to make tracks. Want to treat yourself before you
Without
go?
the dirt, though.
Something for the road, maybe?
Got time for some questions?
Sure. Not like I get many customers.
The voice? I think the same too. You ever get tired of serving anti-Cleo products?
Can't say I do. Anti-Cleo products satisfy all of our nutritional needs. At least they used to. My folks filled their whole pantry with all sorts of Anti-Cleo products. These days, we don't get much in the way of variety. Maybe some Tripicale pasta or some ketchup if we're lucky. I hear it's like that all over the colony. We eat what we can get, and we don't get much.
Why is this place called the 17th Bar?
I'm so glad you asked. Some people say the name refers to the 17 rungs in Auntie Cleo's official ladder of corporate advancement. These people are wrong. Truth is, we've been established, closed down, renamed, re-established, and then reopened a grand total of 17 times in the last 40 years. Corporate's still deliberating over a new name. The matter remains hotly contested in committee, but we're expecting a decision within the next 5 to 7 years. Exciting times.
How do you make any money with so few people in town?
Technically, I'm not in business at all. Roseway closed down years ago. Corporate still sends us the occasional shipment of necessities through unofficial back channels. Of course, if something goes wrong, like one of our guards drinking himself to an early grave or Raptidons running wild, corporate won't acknowledge we ever existed. Sure. You need something to clean Raptidon blood out your clothes?
I told you, you're staying put.
You're not listening. We can stop this.
Well, it's getting lighter. I wanted to maybe sleep before I go, but I guess I could go without.
The vent shaft?
Keep this up and I won't have any new battle scars.
Seems pretty good. Should just give it to one of my companions, I guess. 11. $15. I think plasma is supposed to be good against animals since it's like flesh, no armor. Though these guys do have armor.
Nice one!
Jesus.
Looks like a great spot for an ambush.
Really hard to tell when they have like vulnerability to a thing because damage is constantly changing around and there's just so little consistency. What's in here?
Someone else will clean this up, right?
Biotech lab. Okay. Do I actually need to be here? Is that for this? No. Raptidon fluid ingestion test objective. Determine the maximum amount of Raptidon digestive acid that can be safely ingested by humans before adverse effects present themselves. Proposed procedure: slowly introduce increasing amounts of raptidon digestive acid into the evening meals of randomly selected workers and observe their overall health. Milliliter minor stomach pain and nausea safe. Milliliters minor stomach pain, extreme nausea safe. Milliliter, oh, 3 milliliters, okay, I didn't. 3 milliliters, major stomach pain, debilitating nausea, some vomiting, potentially unsafe in the workplace. 4 milliliters, temporary blindness, frequent vomiting, patient unable to describe pain, unsafe. 5 milliliters, unable to record symptoms as patient died within the hour. It deals 300 damage, even though it's supposed to do 1. Yeah, they seem to be pretty vulnerable to plasma. Alright, got science. No extra corrosion damage, N-ray damage. Never got N-ray. Weapon. Hacking its stealth. Coward targets armor -50. Now it's so annoying because like I was thinking maybe to have 10 in persuade and 10 in science, but now it's 9. Chance items you repair will become pristine, increasing value and durability. Ooh. Damn, that's nice actually. Hostile effect duration on targets. What? Oh, like duration of the effects, like any effects. Maybe we'll get it to this, so heavy weapons also have this location hit effect. Okay. It's really hard to tell anything during combat because it's so fast too.
What shuts him up first? A hungry?
How the...
Oh, Jamieson here.
Wait, I know you. You're responsible for the Emerald Vale fiasco. How the hell did you get in here?
Well, how do you know that? First I shot the Raptidons, then I walked up the stairs and...
No, not... I don't care about the beasts. I care about the front door. This is an egregious breach of protocol. How'd you get in?
Oh, Anton sent me to get you.
Ugh, can't use the centrifuge without supervision. Can't file reports without him double-checking their every word. Can't save myself from mortal peril. It's like he thinks I'm a child. His hands-on management style is coming to a point of contention, I tell you.
You are upset that he sent me to rescue you?
Please. That man doesn't have an altruistic bone in his body. I just happen to have the metabolic precursors from our last test. I'd wager my last bit that if you brought back the precursors and left me for dead, Anton wouldn't bat an eye.
Actually, that isn't quite true. He said he'd look bad on him if more of his employees died.
Wonderful! That's much better. I'm getting out of here so I can personally thank him for his compassion.
Right, stay safe. I guess I could have just killed him and took the results, but I wasn't tasked to do so, and... well... is it really worth it? I want more drama. Well, that was a cool outfit. Time to put on a generic armor. Actually, wait. This somehow it's almost the same armor. Though it can't have upgrades. Alright, I guess we'll keep it. January 23rd is your birthday. As protocol, please feel free to enjoy one 10-minute break between your normally scheduled 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock patrol shifts. I sincerely hope that on this day you take a moment to enjoy the fresh air of Terra 2 brought to you by the thorough kindness of Auntie Cleo. Regards, Dr. Craig. Jesus, okay. I don't know if I care to upgrade it. It's like the same weapon, but it's higher damage now. I like this. I like heavy shots weapons. It uses heavy bullets though. I do have a lot of those.
We're investigating.
Show them how it's done!
Zero damage.
That's the last of them.
missing. Still 0 damage to the robots. Or maybe that's how armor works. Maybe it's like an absolute armor.
Failed. Suspicious data not found. Required in nearby automech searching.
Never anger a man of the cloth!
Silver tongue, geographic scanner, perfect. Elite troop armor. Okay, this is heavy armor. Will fit well for Ellie. Her stupid helmet. It's just back. Porter, we need a new code for the armor airlock over in the storage facility. Make it complicated so Orson can't sneak in there again. And do not write it down this time. Use your brains. How about in this order? The month of your birthday, 1. How many security rations we have per hour, 2. The number of accidents we've had this month involving that damn culture processor, 3. The maximum volume of milliliters of raptidine stomach acid a human being can ingest before we consider it lethal, 4. Sounds fine, thanks. Har. And this gives me what? Or did I already open it? Is there like a main loot area somewhere? Like usually in the dungeons? Well, who the hell knows? Alright, I'm gonna end it here. We'll explore this a bit later. Be seeing you.